checking my Discord messages, wondering why I have messages. Yes, go ahead, start.
Yes, I am starting. I am here in the kiln. It's a bit hot in here, even though it's cold outside.
Cold in it.
I mean, my room could be a furnace if I put on my fucking heater, but I'm too lazy for that shit. So I'll just sit in the cold. Yeah, just generally sit in the cold. This is the intro, by the way. This is how I'm doing the intro. It's just very natural, very very opening and welcoming, but not really, because you're not in this room with me, and you're not going to be. You're naughty, sassy barkers. I can say that because Caleb's not here.
He's watching.
He's not watching, and he won't watch it. He knows if we two sit together, we know we're just gonna spoil. He knows we're gonna spoil something if we sit together.
Why do you think fucking Nate doesn't watch these streams? Because we always get to Naruto.
No, we
always
don't.
say something. Almost every time we'll say something about Naruto.
Do we?
Yeah.
Most of what we say about Naruto is just Madara go brr.
Yeah.
That's all we say. That's not spoilers. That's just acknowledging how badass he is.
Even know Madara is a character that will come back.
No, it could have been in a flashback. You just spoiled it there. So now he's not going to watch this episode.
He's not watching because we've already established this. No, he knows there's a Madara guy and that he's awesome, right? I don't think he seems to have noticed that there's these seeds been planted already, but doesn't matter.
No, he's not. He doesn't think that far ahead. There you go.
This
isn't even the topic I wanted to talk about in the beginning. Let's just go on with it. Yeah, spoilers.
Spoilers.
How do you like being spoiled, Alex?
I don't.
You don't?
Have you watched, you wouldn't have watched Multiverse of Madness, would you have?
No, I have not.
There is a spoiler in the first trailer. A character, a returning character. Their voice is heard there. That wasn't even the biggest fucking spoiler. That character reoccurring.
Yeah, okay.
It was wild.
I remember...
I'd mention them, but I won't.
I remember when I was with you, we were looking at shit in, was it... Oh, where was it? Where were we in? Were we in Minotaur? Or something? So some store, and we're just looking at, oh look, Love and Thunder pops, and it's like, oh, there's Gore the God Butcher.
Yeah, I literally, yeah, I forgot he was in the film, and it was me, and he's my favorite Marvel villain.
And it's like
the trailer didn't touch him, but it was the Lego store.
Yeah, was it the Lego store? Yeah, it was the Lego store. It was, yeah, it's the new Lego store that had him in a set, and it's like, oh, that's what he's supposed to look like.
I had no idea what he was. I was like, obviously, I was avoiding it.
Oh, I fully pointed it out to you, but that whole Lego set, might I just say, is a giant spoiler.
Oh yeah,
because
they're like, oh, Love and Thunder spoilers. You know, I'm surprised. I haven't seen Gore's design yet, and he's not. Oh my god, there he is. That's exactly how it fucking went.
Yeah.
I've forgotten the design now.
I remember it kind of just because I think it just looked like a mummy.
I've got the original, the comic design, like printed in my head.
That's the creepy one.
Oh yeah. But I doubt they go in the creepy route with a Taika Waititi film.
I don't know. Have you seen his vampire film? It's pretty creepy.
I have seen his vampire film. It is the opposite of creepy.
Shame. Well, I don't know that one vampire in the basement. He's pretty scary.
He's just vibing.
No, he's pretty scary. The way that that Taika Waititi vampire goes after that young'un. Oh, that's creepy.
No, that is creepy. That's a bit fucking creepy.
No.
That's like too much of an age difference, really. Like,
yeah.
Waititi could have done better, and so could have. I'm trying to remember his name. Fuck. There was Peter, and then there's
Peter.
Vladislav.
Not the vampire. I don't remember.
Beacon is the young one, and I can't remember Waititi's one. I hate it. And there's Stu. I love Stu. Oh, fuck. Memory.
Viago.
Viago, yeah, Viago. I remembered it before you said it. That's definitely what happened. No, yeah, Viago. Shame Viago. Fucking that's a bit much. At age gap. Then again, I assume the women Vladislav was sleeping with all throughout the film were not.
I think one of the most annoying things of spoilers for I think just general people is Doctor Google.
Hmm?
Doctor Google. Google's pretty
Oh yeah,
annoying
because
when
they
it comes
see
to
that
spoiling.
you're interested in the thing, and they'll recommend you things based on it, and now all of a sudden, boy, I don't want to know that. I'm annoyed with usually YouTube. Their YouTube recommendations. They want to get clicks, and you will get clicks, things that'll grab your attention. Usually spoilers. So yeah, if you've got a YouTube video and you're like Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, and you put someone like fucking Wolverine in the thumbnail, that'll get someone's attention. And that's Wolverine's not in the film, but like if he were, that'd be a big deal. Or
But is he?
Hugh Jackman isn't in it. No, but I'm honestly a bit surprised. From the ones that did get leaked, some didn't, and I'm very surprised.
That's one of the most interesting things, because there is an effect in comics where if you have a popular animated or popular live action adaptation, that changes how characters are in comics. Sometimes,
more profitable.
yeah, and then sometimes it's not. And one of those cases is with Hugh Jackman and Wolverine's actual height in comics. They did not make Wolverine bigger at all, and I like that they did not make him bigger.
Oh yeah, because it's funny.
Because at the end of the day, in comics, it's one of those more defining traits is that he's a short guy.
He's very good at what he does.
And what he does is having shit memory.
So close, so close.
What?
To the quote.
What quote?
The Wolverine. I'm very good at what I do, and what I do isn't very nice.
Oh.
You were so close to finishing it. So fucking close. And then you're like just not remembering things. Big
I
fan.
don't like references. References and me don't get along. I think of too many things. Oh, I live. Whew.
You live? Welcome back.
I died for a second there. Hello.
Didn't even notice.
There's something I told you last week where I said the Switch feels like it's going through a sort of renaissance. I told this man that last week, and I want to elaborate more on that because I just sort of like said it to him as we were walking, and then we just didn't continue with that. We just sort of kept on walking. What I mean by that is like, obviously, like you get to see all these ideas and things of like particular game consoles having such a big sort of relevance in whatever they're part of, like how the PS2 was such a big thing, or the Xbox 360 was just so massive and popular. But like in Nintendo's a different beast altogether, and nothing feels more true with Nintendo is thinking about like the 64 console and how many like great games there are on that, and how that transferred and had a little bit of a renaissance. And now with the Switch being a console that feels like it's hard to one up itself, and if it's gonna up itself, it's gonna be the same thing, which it has already done with like the different bigger beasts or bigger models or whatever, or smaller models. But with Nintendo, I like that idea of them going through all these different catalog of games and revitalizing them for either a new audience or an older audience who hasn't gotten to play these games in a very long time, or have a good quality game, I should say. Like Kirby.
Alright.
Kirby being one of the more defining ones of that. Mario having Mario Odyssey, which is arguably one of the better Mario games. Legend of Zelda, I don't even need to elaborate on that one. But it's also interesting how the Switch has been able to take a lot more older games and modernize them, or do like remastered versions of them accessible for the Switch, and they're basically making more profit on things that they've already published. Where you don't see that.
There are a lot of dead franchises still within Nintendo that they can still be monopolizing on.
Yeah, like Animal Crossing as well. Got a little bit of that.
No, Animal Crossing is definitely monopolized on.
Yeah. But there's some where it's like, okay, they just killed the series and we're not getting any one new game for it anytime soon. Yeah.
They could show up in Smash once every 10 years, but none of their games.
Fucking F-Zero.
But the Metroid got a new game. That's cool. And of course Kirby.
I
do not know the state of Mega Man, but if I did, I'd probably comment on it.
I don't know, I feel like Mega Man has games where... So, I mean, Sonic's getting a new game, Sonic Frontiers. Which is
Sonic is getting a new game.
No. For like an open world.
Oh, that is a shocker.
Yeah. Open world Sonic. I mean, Pokemon's doing its thing, where it's trying to.
Yes, Arceus.
With Legends.
Oh, and there was a new game as
well. Violet and Scarlet.
Yeah, I think that's the one. I'm definitely not the person to talk about Pokemon.
Oh yeah. Despite my character having a Yu-Gi-Oh necklace on my neck.
Man, I was gonna buy Arceus so many times, and I'm like, yeah, I'll do this. It'll be my first going to Pokemon, and I forgot about it. Just completely slipped my mind.
Why? I mean, isn't like the newest game that came out that's really popular now, and I'm seeing like all these videos on, is a new Wii Sports?
Oh, yeah. New Wii Sports coming out.
We're not even.
I really want it.
It's still not. We're not calling it Switch Sports. It's still Wii Sports. I don't care what you're saying. It's still Wii Sports. You're gonna buy Wii Sports.
It's Wii Sports. I want to. Like, I mean, like it's Wii Sports.
I don't think it's that expensive, Wii Sports. It's such a weird thing.
It's also Wii Sports. It's almost expensive. I hope not, at least.
I mean, Lego did its thing as well. But that was obviously not just in Switch, that was across everything. But still. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe getting DLCs and yeah.
It's a fucking Mario Kart 9. What the fuck is with 8 and 8 Deluxe and more 8 Deluxes?
8 Deluxe is just it doesn't want to replace itself with Mario Kart 9 because they ran out of ideas of how to make the game interesting. So they're just adding DLCs to a game that, by all means, the deluxe version of the game is literally just Mario Kart 8 with the DLCs of the original Mario Kart 8 already in it. That's explaining what that deluxe means. That's exactly what the deluxe is. But obviously, and then changing the battle modes and actually having battle maps. I mean, there are 2 Mario parties on the Switch. One where people got upset and like a better one. Okay. I mean, Smash Bros. Ultimate, like, yeah, again, Smash Bros. Like this is
that one.
That one's still like a heavy seller, and like it's
still wildly, still going very strong.
I think it's one of the strongest things with it is just it's simple controls. But if you want to be good, you can be good. Yeah, but it's still simple controls. Button mashing all the way. I mean, with the Switch, we got Splatoon 2, which came out very early in the Switch's life. But now we're getting Splatoon 3.
Splatoon 3.
Yeah. I don't know
so fucking ready for it.
I still don't know.
You don't even
I'm
know.
going to buy it. That's something that's a guaranteed. I'm going to buy it, and I'm going to try and keep up with you and the other dumbass. But I will admit, I will drop off I'm currently playing fucking
I hate that I did
Three
jump off
Houses.
of Splatoon 2. I wanted to play more.
I feel like I get more motivated to play Splatoon when there's more people.
And that's not really a thing that occurs very much.
No. Like a lot of my Switch games currently are single player, or if it has a multiplayer function, it's like 2-player. I don't have a lot of multiplayer games, and like even
How does that feel?
I don't know, lonely. Someone help me,
Imagine.
you bitch. I don't know.
Oh, that's fun.
Splatoon 3 seems like such a weird. Like I've seen the trailer for Splatoon 3 that was in the Nintendo.
You're
Direct.
already doing better than me.
Yeah, I know. You will be surprised of what they're doing with it. I'm partially like waiting to see your reaction to it.
There are like two things I know. I know that the game's based off of the last. I don't think it was the last, but Splatfest, Chaos or Order, and Chaos 1. So apparently it's going to be chaotic, which is cool, and also Paris has fallen.
Just what we need.
So you know, two good things. Already looking good.
I'm just looking at
So,
the games that are coming out.
We're circling back to the spoiler thing because I'm avoiding everything about Splatoon 3. Despite the fact that I'm fucking ready.
If I see a trailer for it, I'll watch it, but I'm not like actively looking for the trailers. If that makes sense. Yeah. It's like I don't really care.
I get nothing on Nintendo, so they don't even get recommended to me.
I mean, Mario's getting a new Mario Strikers game, which was originally on the Wii, I think. That's just it's Mario characters with soccer. Who needs that? You can play the Wii Sports edition for the Switch that also has soccer, which just is it's shit Rocket League.
Yeah, Rocket League. That's a game I played twice.
Oh my god, that's a game you played twice. You know the thing? I've never played a Luigi's Mansion game.
Have you played Nintendo Land?
Not counting that.
Okay, cool. Because that's all.
I'm
that's
not
my
counting.
only experience.
I'm not counting that. I've never played an actual Luigi's Mansion game. And even now with the Switch, and I have I can buy it, but it's like I know after it's just gonna be shelved after I play it, and it's like I don't see the motivation to keep playing it and keep looking at it. Like me playing Fire Emblem right now, which is the current game I'm playing through. Because this is like my first ever real touching of Fire Emblem, thanks to Smash, minus Smash. But like I have a friend who really likes like the Fire Emblem series, and I'm like, okay, fine, I will play it. I'm not sure how I'm going to like it because I'm not a big fan on those type of battle style games. I like more being in control of a character and fucking up on my own whims, not moving characters around on the chessboard. But I've actually enjoyed Fire Emblem. And one of the things that makes me more immersed with this series is the fact that, okay, you're a teacher, right? And basically, you get your teacher. You get there are 3 houses, obviously. Oh, that's the name of the fucking game, 3 houses. And you get to choose which house you get to teach or be the headmaster of. Yeah, I chose the yellow one. But because they seem like the least motivated. I chose the one that seemed the least motivated and the one that didn't have a child of essentially a king as their head boy or head girl, head being, as you would. But yeah, I think but it's that idea of getting to know all these different characters, and one other thing. Besides the voice lines, between like the text in like when you're actually in the instructor mode, everything has a voice line. A voice actor has done every fucking line in this game, and it's like it's like, wow. I got so interested in that concept because I thought, okay, I'm just gonna have to do a lot of reading.
Nah.
But it's also hearing voices that like I know as well.
Sorry.
Like
Oh,
I hear this voice. I'm
which
like,
voice actors do you know?
that voice. I know that voice. But I don't know. It's my first experience with this type of game. I've tried to get into these type of games before with like the like is it JRPG kind of games? Yeah.
I'd love to say yes, but I couldn't tell you.
JRPG games. I don't know. It's just an interesting thing. I don't know. And will I buy the new one that's also coming out? Possibly.
We'll see how you go with the rest of the three houses.
Yeah, no, I'm already like 13 hours in.
So not that far.
I mean, I'm up to the 12th month.
Yeah.
I'm at the end of the 12th month. So do with that with information what you would. I don't know. A lot has happened. One game I really liked on the way that I passed. Like there's so many games I'm just interested in. I really want to like try and play, and I want to get more motivated to play more actual franchise games because there obviously is something there. And like I remember liking like the Donkey Kong Country, the Tropical Freeze on the Wii or Wii U, I forget which one it was. And it's like, oh, there's a Switch one. I can't be fucked. Why? Might as well just fucking buy more Lego games. Lego.
You and your Lego games.
A Lego is a good game. I mean, before I played the new Lego Star Wars, essentially the newest Lego games I had played are the Marvel ones.
Oh yeah, I have those.
Yeah. Except the Avengers one. I fully avoided the Avengers one. Thank God I did.
I think I have that one too.
Oh, you.
I didn't play it. It was very good.
It's like, but it was an interesting thing because it's like I liked how the first Lego Marvel superheroes, despite coming out in a time when the MCU was big,
One very strong.
was not inspired by the MCU at all, and I loved that.
It was a bit.
A little bit, but not a lot of it. Like
the helicarrier is a big one.
Oh yeah, the heli character and parts of like parts of I think like the Stark building as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But other than that, like it was pretty comic book based in its.
Yeah, it wouldn't let like it's got things based on the what the films have done, but that was by no means a restriction for that game.
Yeah, no, like Star-Lord was the comic book version with the helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Found that interesting. I mean, Metroid's going to get like Prime 4, which is apparently a game that people have been waiting for in the Metroid fans. I've played a bit of the Metroid games here and there. I even have Dread. I played it. I also bought Hollow Knight the same day, and I liked Hollow Knight a little bit more.
You finished Hollow Knight?
No.
I've been meaning
I need to get back to it
while.
because there's also a new game coming out with Hollow Knight. Like
it's been coming out for years. It's one of those indefinitely delayed. It's gonna happen, just eventually.
I think it's like I've already seen like the cover art for it. It's like a weird, very skinny one, Hollow Knight.
Yeah, Silk Song.
Obviously, I think the whole reason you and I both got into Hollow Knight is the same reason.
Is what?
Like I didn't know you had Hollow Knight.
I don't have I want to get into it. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm meaning to.
And why do you want to get into it?
That's an excellent question.
I mean, you don't do it well on like single player games, so I'm asking you genuinely.
Oh yeah.
I know you don't play a lot of single player games. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, I wonder where my interest has come from.
The same place I got mine.
I assume we both have the same interest. But aside from this what do we call them?
Entity.
Common Entity. The game has also been acclaimed in all sorts of ways.
That's true.
In the way of subtle world building and interesting character design and fights, and the way it uses its world to its advantage. I've seen a lot on that, and also some other entities that have also told me, "Hey, it's good," and I'm like, "Okay, I get it. I'll get to it," and I haven't. But I intend to.
I do want to know.
I've been trying to. I've been trying to get into those like 2D platform single player games. You would have noticed I played Gris earlier this year.
The games I played as a fucking child. I played a lot of 2D platformers as a child.
Oh yeah, well there's obviously like the Mario games I've played a lot, but I'm trying to get into like the
the
indie mon games like that. So I played Gris earlier this year. I've tried my hand at Celeste. I can't get the hang of it, and eventually I'll get my way into Hollow Knight, which seems a lot bigger. Because Gris is a 4-hour game, not even like 6. You can get that done in a night. I did it in 2. Very easy. Very good. Very interesting. Very beautiful. So that was the one I started with, and I'm gonna try and get bigger until I get to Hollow Knight, which is much bigger than Gris.
Gris is the game called?
Yes, Gris.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it now. Okay.
I got it on sale, Christmas summer sale.
Oh. Yeah.
And then I just powered through it because I knew the very same entity, by the way, also liked it.
Oh, of course they did. Of course that entity liked it. I feel like the Switch has opened me up to more games that I've never really experienced or had a lot of connection to.
Like Fortnite?
No, not Fortnite. I've not touched Fortnite on the Switch. No. I mean more other games.
I almost did.
I never really touched a Legend of Zelda game prior. I touched a couple just to play here and there, but I never like fully completed the game. I had a game like Link Between Worlds that I only completed after playing the Switch. I'm blank. Breath of the Wild. Just because I'm like, okay, I'm interested now. Let me play this game I have for some reason. Or it got me into Monster Hunter, which is a very interesting game. Very interesting. It's very just like you have to do a lot in fucking Monster Hunter.
I want to get into that.
Honestly, Metroid, like I said before, this is the first real time I've properly tried to play a Metroid game. Animal Crossing, I told you before, my first Animal Crossing game.
Very good Animal Crossing game.
It is a very good Animal Crossing game to get into. It definitely is.
So much more. Like honestly, you go there, it's difficult to go back because it's a lot more free to do most anything you want to this island. Previous games, they're not more restrictive. They're just not nearly as free as New Horizons was.
No, definitely my favorite aspect.
I still want to go back to them. Sorry.
My favorite aspect is the museum.
Oh yeah. Oh, the New Horizons museum. Mwah.
Yeah.
Beauty. Incarnate. And I haven't touched it in a year. That's a lie. I've touched it twice in the last year. I'll get back to you, I promise.
You know, I completely forgot there was a Pikmin game on the Switch.
There's a what?
There's a Pikmin 3 game on the Switch. I completely forgot it existed.
I didn't know.
Would you play Pikmin? No.
I mean, the Pikmin game on Nintendo Land was pretty good, so maybe I'll look into it.
That was like the one I played the least in Nintendo Land.
What did I play the least? I don't know. Nintendo Land was fantastic.
Out of the multiplayer ones, it was like that was the one I played the least. The one I played the most out of the single players was F-Zero.
Oh yeah, there was an F-Zero, wasn't there? Yeah, no, fucking. That one's definitely my least touch because I didn't even remember it.
I'm just trying to remember all the games on it. Like, I remember there was like, there were the 3 like real bangers that was like fully multiplayer, and that was Mario Chase.
That was
Luigi's Mansion.
alright. Luigi's Mansion is fucking beautiful.
Luigi's Mansion was fun to just fuck with people.
Oh, it was.
There was a Metroid one and a Link one as well.
The Link one was the one I found really fucking fun.
I
loved
liked the
going
Link one a
fucking
lot.
Adventures like that.
Yeah. It was good. But then there was an Animal Crossing one. That's right. That was the other multiplayer one. The Animal Crossing.
There was. It was fucking.
Where it's like, oh, you have to get them, and like they're eating candy, and you have to control two characters.
Candy eaters.
May I just say that was
difficult to get it.
Like,
it was difficult to get the hang of, but it was fun.
Especially if you were the one, you have to control two characters at once, and it was like,
Once you got the hang of it, though.
Oh.
So good.
Fucking Nintendo. Not a game I feel like a lot of people would have played just because of that knowledge of not a lot of people bought a Wii U, or the Wii U failed pretty much everywhere besides Australia.
Mm-hmm.
It's such an interesting thing.
I hear the fucking Wii U bombed. I'm like,
what?
And I thought, like, how?
Everyone has
fucking had it.
Yeah.
Everyone has a fucking Wii U. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it didn't bomb here.
Bless you.
I don't know. Games. Let's have a look at what are some upcoming Nintendo Switch games. Because I want to be a nerd. And coming soon. There are 40. Alright, Pokemon. Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Never played a Xenoblade game. No. There's the Demon Slayer game, which you can't be fucked about.
All Final Fantasy and Fire Emblem and fucking Xenoblade games all just mesh.
They're all
in
the
my
same
head.
thing.
I just cannot. Ooh, this looks fun. Sorry. I just cannot possibly.
What were you looking at?
I'll tell you exactly what I'm looking at. Right?
What the fuck were you looking at?
This.
What is this?
Well, I'm just looking your DMs.
I have DMs? What the fuck is that? What the... Alright, I want to try and describe this out for people. So, you know, there's this like a short knight. So it's just like a short kind of stout knight. He's got like a wooden shield. He's got a wooden shield with a house and a couple trees on it. It's like a bronze surrounding the shield with wooden panels with that. He's got this weird like nice little cape. Yeah. He has 3 fingers and a thumb. He's got this nice sword as well. He's got this like a cushy, furry kind of aesthetic around his coat thingy. And he's also a dog.
The puppy.
I think what really takes me out of this is the fact that, okay, it's a knight. He's got a dog's head, like a brown, like little Maltese head, and then it's also the feet. He has dog feet.
The tiny little paws.
He still has the same feet. It's the same dog feet.
It's fantastic. This might be the part where I say I'm going through all like art and r/D&D. I've found a lot of cool things. It's mostly just me going like, where can I use this? Where can I steal this piece of art and make it into something?
Did we hear that right? He's stealing art?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Meanwhile, Splatoon 3.
Splatoon go. Brr.
I mean, it pretty much does. Splatoon 3, mastering weapons.
Sorry. What's this?
I don't know. Even Splatoon was an interesting thing. Obviously, what made, I think, Splatoon 2 a little bit boring is the way that accessibility of playing different types of games was a little bit annoying. Because you had to be like ranked and shit.
Oh yeah.
And it like changed every hour or so to a different game. Like you couldn't just be like, okay, let's play this. Let's play this.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
I dislike like any ranked type of game, but the only way I can play my favorite game modes is if I play it ranked mode,
Yeah.
which is a damn shame. But
And you have to be a
they're fun games
specific
anyway.
rank, and then it's like, okay, it's all good. It's like, but even then, building up to that rank is a fucking piece of shit, and it's annoying. But what I
Unless
really
you're
like,
good at the game.
but I have to rely on the team. You forget that part.
Then just get good, lol. Be a team leader.
No, fuck that. I'm going over here. I'm going to look at a tree. Might paint it a bit. Yeah. It was the other game though. I liked
I'd
it a lot.
apologize for my cockiness, but it's one of the only games I have confidence in.
I don't know. Last time we played, I killed him a lot.
So,
He's being cocky at me, but I killed him a lot. That's all I'm saying.
I killed you a lot. Like, what?
No, I killed you more. You kept getting pissed off for me. I kept winning though. That was right. My team kept winning. Oof. But obviously that was after us not playing Splatoon for ages.
A long time, yeah.
Ages. But yeah, I feel like the consistency of us playing Splatoon 2 versus Splatoon is very different. Possibly due to our ages. Or availability at the same time.
And yeah, free time we didn't always have.
Mm.
Oh, we had more of, sorry.
I know, yeah. I mean, I go to school less technically, but I'm still way busier than I ever was in high school.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how that is.
Life.
Weird.
It is weird. Just give me the Pokemon games. Pokemon. I live and breathe for the Pokemon.
This artist does a lot of women. I want men.
This artist doesn't do a lot of women. Does a lot of men.
I want more men.
You're not getting more men. Actually, scratch that. My a drawing I sketched out the other day. It was very much a man.
Grand Blue, let's go.
Oh, I should do grand blue drawings.
Yeah, see how many fucking likes on Instagram you get with those.
Oh, I'm gonna get none. I'm gonna get shit on. That's the
Follow
hard thing,
Ethan's Instagram, arom17z.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's just, I think it's the arom17z or something.
Yeah, something gay like that.
I see how good I am at promoting myself.
Yeah, you get someone else to fucking do it.
And it's not even right.
The arom17z on Instagram, and he's also on Twitter. You'll find the links in the description of the stream. Do follow him. He does art occasionally.
Okay.
Or all the time.
I post once a week.
What happened to posting a week's worth in an hour?
Shut the fuck up.
Oh man.
Shut the fuck up. Bro, keeping up to fucking daily was such a bitch. Because I remember, like, I did a month's drawing in essentially a, like, 2-day span. I could not be fucked. I could not be fucked just drawing every single day because I know I'd get tired and I was obviously busy. So I had to have at least a couple days where I just like go Brr! And I just drew a lot in those very 2 days, and that's how I spent the entire day. Now I'm more free and more open to do whatever the fuck I like, because it is just once a week, and I mean I do feel that pressure every now and again when I know I don't have anything for the week. But I've set myself up with some drawings I've done, so I'm fine for the next couple months. I'm on track. Yeah. Fuck man, others are bitches. You know one of the interesting things is, right? So, for those of you who don't know, it's in my Instagram description. I'm a student of design. And it's like, okay, yeah, I'm a student of design. I'm a student of communication design. Basically representing package design and all the other materialistic crap, whatever. Yep, cover art. And you would be surprised How many people in my class can actually draw? A full class of 30 people, right? How many people have the ability to draw? Can you guess, Alex?
You and one other person.
Yes.
No.
It's 2 people.
Bruh.
2 people have the ability to draw. Isn't that amazing?
I guess they're there for learning, though, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a second year subject, bro. And it's not even one that's in a minor.
Am I better than some of them?
Yeah.
What?
Yes. I mean, they're very good at, like, the technical stuff on, like, Illustrator and shit, but it's like, okay, yeah, you're making shapes. Good job. Can you actually draw a shape physically? No. Okay. And those of you, and those people who, like, could draw a little bit were just very, it's very thin and very not an actual drawing. Like, drawing a doodle drawing a doodle of a wine glass is just like a stick and like a semicircle and a line underneath that. It's like, okay, I could do that. I could make it 3D. What do you want from me? I could put wine in it. Ever think about that?
Why would they think about wine?
Because they were doing a wine thing. I don't know. Like, other thing, like in the project like that we're doing, like everyone has like this such a thing about doing all this stuff and have ideas, and most of it's just shape and whatever. And I just sit there in most of my classes and I just fucking draw. I go brr. I mean, for my package design in one of my classes right now, because we're doing for an Italian car, we have to package something. So of course I choose a stupid thing like the windshield wipers. And on the package, I'm actually redrawing...
Windshield wipers.
Yeah, I'm redrawing famous Italian art. So, like the Vitruvian Man and the Mona Lisa. And I'm incorporating windshield wipers into the art.
I don't like the sound of that. That's...
It is hilarious. I love it. It's good. It's good. It looks very stupid, but it's funny. I just go brr.
I'll just go brr.
I love how that's just a verb that we have created for this kiln. Going brr. Brr. Brr it was a verb. I don't know what you're on about.
It's the best verb.
It's the best verb here for your life. Animu. I do have to ask, how's your experience with playing single player games, Alex?
I got like 3 under my belt.
3? Yeah, but like, why is it that you don't typically get into single player games? Like, what is it about them that you just don't like?
I don't like them. It's that I struggle to find the motivation to do anything. It's... my brain works in a dopamine kind of hunt, right? It'll do whatever's most interesting at that particular time, unless it's forced to a schedule. Usually the schedule can be some greater element, for example, of school or job or other people, and playing with other people instantly gives me all the happy chemical. Playing by myself doesn't always.
Definitely.
And because there's not as much a reward, then there's very little to do. That my brain will go like, yeah, I'll do that. So that's why I took forever to do the Splatoon. I haven't even done the Octo expansion. That's how bad. Like, I just don't find it nearly interesting enough to. And I've got it. Because of course it is fucking Splatoon. Right? But Animal Crossing, I've loved that game for years, right? That's an instant, like, happy go.
Yeah.
So I did that. But I'm trying to learn to be...
Even then with Animal Crossing, like, it is a very single player game. But one thing I liked, and one thing I think was the big motivator about that, is the fact that in-game I could actually visit other people's islands.
Oh, that was so fun.
Like, even if I could do barely shit, but...
You can't work... I wish you could co-op an island.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Right, you could... Because in previous games, you could change which user would wake up and everyone else would just be asleep. So basically, you have different people living in the house with different inventories and different relationships with the villagers. I mean, you couldn't play them at the same time, but you were there. Not the... I don't know if it actually is a feature in New Horizons. Never tried.
But I think like with me, like I remembered like I have a couple friends and I visited their islands. All of them fucking sweats, including you, Alex.
I know.
I'm just sitting around playing with sticks and them all with their fucking 5 stars growing pumpkins and turnips. I'm playing with sticks.
Bro, I was so committed to that fucking game. I had a healthy sleep schedule because of the
keep in mind as well. This was also my first experience playing Animal Crossing, so I again didn't know what to expect.
I was so invested in the stock market of Animal Crossing. Do you know how it works?
No, not really.
Turnips. Okay.
Oh yeah, the turnips.
Can't grow them yourself.
Yeah.
You'd have to buy turnips from this lady. She grows up before midday on a Sunday. So I had to wake up before midday on a Sunday. Simple.
Oh my god, for you that's incredibly hard.
And then for every single day until the next Sunday, when the turnips would simply rot away, you would have to sell the turnips to the Nook to Little Nook's place.
Yeah.
They would change the price of how much they'd buy the turnip.
Yeah, I remember. Like they even have an option
twice
saying,
a day.
Like, price.
So if I wanted to check all the prices and invest properly, I'd have to wake up before midday every day, just so I could trade trade turnips with little foxes, and buy more from the big ones. So I was so invested. I'm not anymore. I'm fucked. But
there are some.
That's how much I liked Animal Crossing.
Jesus.
I woke up early.
I do feel like there are some games where I can just kind of like sit around and there is a multiplayer option to them, but I just don't give a shit and we'll just play single player. Like, kind of like Balloons Tower Defense 6.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Where it's like, okay, there is a multiplayer option. I'm not going to give a shit about that. I'm just going to play. and again, it's just one of those things it's just such a vibe to just like sit there. All you have to do is press one button and just keep up to date with what things going on in the screen. I don't really have to care that much. I can just press the button and get levels. That's all. That's all I have to do.
I guess that's why I like always go back to Minecraft and always fall in love with every time. Because I do enjoy the working together process of things.
But
so like in Balloons, we'll work together to create a defense, right?
Yeah.
In that other tower defense in Minecraft, fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
We work together to strive to the end. And in Animal Crossing, I can work this and I can show it to people. In Minecraft, it's a cooperative effort, and the cooperative games are my absolute favorite parts.
And one thing with Minecraft as well is that you don't feel as limited to just do the same thing over again. You can do something different. Yep. No matter how many times I build a boat, each boat has been different. Yeah. I just like building a boat. I just like the structure of a boat in Minecraft because it's something that's so unusual and you wouldn't suspect to just build a house. That's why I build boats instead.
I try to do things different, but I always go to my my spruce based things. I mean, Waggy always lives in my house.
I mean, in the last server you did something quite different with your house. I mean, like a cave mine thing in the sky.
Oh fuck! I haven't finished it. Fuck. Yeah, I don't like cave houses. I don't like making houses in caves, and I even prefer not to dig underground on my houses because that just feels like a cheap way to get easy space. So I then made a cave house in the sky by building an artificial cave, and that somehow works for me.
Yeah. You know,
it's not that it doesn't feel cheap of that digging underground for space. I am creating the space. This is my space I'm making. And then obviously there's those connected islands, which if we really worked onto that for even another 2 weeks, that'd have been an oasis.
That is true.
But at some I don't know what happened to that
server. A lot
server.
of us got just busy.
That server died quicker than I would have liked it to, and we even expected it to.
That is true. That is true.
Which is a damn shame.
I think one of the things that made it harder was the way that it was generated in the world.
Yeah, it made it difficult to work with, but it was interesting at least. Sorry. You burpy boy.
There are some games I just have, but I've just not played them at all.
Oh, right, tell me about it. I mean, half of it is because I just can't run it. I just own them.
That's
but
fair.
I also...
That's fair. For me,
there are
I
just
could
others.
probably run it, but it's like at the same time, it's like, I don't want to put too much stress on my shit. And then there are some games where it's just like, I have it, but I haven't had the opportunity to sit down and just play it. Like, Alex, did you know I have Castle Crashes?
You what?
I have Castle Crashes.
Oh, cool. You'll play sometime.
That's a game I've had for about a month. Or two. Never played it. I just have it.
Ooh, that's creepy.
Oh shit. I bought it on March 5th.
So, more than a month ago.
More than a month. My brain's even shitter than me. Okay, I bought it more than a month ago. It's a game I have. I've never played it. I watched people play it.
It's fun.
That's all.
Pretty simple.
For some reason I have Who's Your Daddy?
Why?
I don't know.
Why would you have Who's Your Daddy?
I,
Your Daddy's a game you watch Markiplier play for an hour and go like, that was funny, let me never think about it again.
Yeah. Maybe it's because I'm a daddy. Who knows?
No.
It's a game I have.
Ooh, that's an interesting design.
What's your thought about DLCs?
I don't know.
Paying
sure.
For an expanded experience when you've already paid for a game.
It depends on if the DLC is necessary or not. Like a DLC needs to be in like an addition, not a supplement. Right. I don't really like that even games update after they're released. I get that like maybe there's some bugs you need to patch up, but you didn't have that in
Paladins.
wherever ago, right? Where you had to sell the game by disc and then that was it. That was a finished version. I feel like the standard for it's a good thing that now developers and particularly the actual people that are being worked to the bone, that there is now a room for error because you can go back and fix it after you finish it. Yeah. But I also don't like that. That's become sort of the norm that you can just release unfinished games, like No Man's Sky, for example, which is now amazing. Apparently, I've never touched it.
I mean, Animal Crossing keeps doing updates.
It's awful. Well, it depends on the update, right?
Yeah, but most of the Animal Crossing updates are to add more content into it, like the cafe in the museum or whatever, or the diving.
And they're not patch fixes. They're not fixes. Yeah, sure, they'll have some fixes.
They're adding more content in, but
and it's not behind a paywall either, aside from the actual buying the game. Yes, fantastic. But if you have to purchase actual necessities for the game, or if it's an excuse to release an unfinished game without just because you think you can, I'm not too fond of that. And I also think there needs to be a limit to DLCs. I think Mario Kart 8 has had enough.
What do you mean? They've only had one.
And I think there's something to say about
Mario Kart 8's only had one. What are you on about?
The modern version of games. Like Minecraft goes through constant updates, right? It's almost an event to see how the game will change as it goes along. Yeah. These types of games,
Minecraft's also different in a way because you can at least go back and play the older versions.
Yeah, that's true. It gives you the option to play previous versions, but it's those types of games as well are also pretty good. Like assume Paladins wasn't shit, right? It going through every couple of months with the new character and new ideas for the game, that's good in some situations, especially for a first-person shooter that you play online. If it's a single-player game like Animal Crossing, it can also be good. I don't like it when it's an excuse to be lazy in the game industry. I think the current way the
what about an excuse to earn more money?
Definitely not. I mean, obviously you need to pay your developers, but if you're not putting the money into that, into the people that actually make it, and you're just taking,
Like, because there
Fuck that.
are countless games that will just add in, just, oh, you can get more characters. And it's like, okay. I get getting more characters, but it's like, if you're gonna add more characters into a game, at least add like a story mode, or at least like a little playable level with them as well.
Mm-hmm.
That would make them a little bit more unique, and I would have more reason to buy them, other than me just being like, oh, I have an option. I can buy Mary Leona in the Black Clover game. I'm gonna buy that DLC. Which of course I did, but that's not the point. But at the same time, I could just play her from the get-go. That's another thing I like about it.
I think there's my issue is one thing I have a problem with DLCs is in Smash.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with adding characters later too much. It depends on in the Paladin type of game, sure.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Smash, it seems like it's if you had waited 2 years and let them do it, you could have had all these characters still be in the game, and you can have the game be maybe $5, $10 expensive. And that could have been an option. They went with the option of releasing a game with most of the characters, not all of them, releasing DLCs for extra money. Obviously, it's not a supplement. You don't need to. You don't need to buy those so you can go against them online. But that's good at least. But
Yeah.
it's this event. The new director's coming out in a month. Which character will they announce? Will it be Minecraft Steve? Will it be some Final Fantasy chick? It's a fantastic marketing strategy, and honestly, props to them for that, for gathering the hype. But I also hate hype in every fucking shape and form. It's
The man hates that.
fucking bro.
Of course, there are also
Every
similar
shit.
things
I like Black Clover.
where there aren't events. Well, there aren't DLCs per se, but more of the event type of DLC kind of shit, where like you can unlock more skins due to a battle pass, which is kind of in that same kind
Battle
of
passes are a bit weird.
theme.
Bit off.
I'd like having like the Smite battle passes where you could get the Avatar: The Last Airbender skins.
Battle passes are a bit off. Easy way to make money with just adding skins involved. I fall for the scheme almost every time, but they're a bit off anyway.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
never.
at least aware of my fault.
I don't think I've ever bought a battle pass because I know deep down I'm not going to play it enough for the amount of time the battle pass
Money
is
you
active.
spend will be worth.
Yeah, why would I spend my money if I know I'm not going to play enough to get all the content that I spent my money on? That's my thing with battle passes.
But I try to trick myself with that too. If I'm going to spend money on a battle pass, that means I
You're
need to
gonna
get my
play it.
money's worth out of it.
Yeah.
Didn't work, admittedly. I tried it with Smite and Atla. It didn't work at all. Just a waste of money. But I tried.
Which is okay. It's fair enough. Fair enough.
That was a method I attempted. It didn't work, but that's all right.
That's all right.
That's all right, son.
That's all right. That's all right. I mean,
Is what it is, isn't it?
There's some games where it's like just playing like so stupidly and simply that it's like a multiplayer game where you can just dive right into and just have no thought behind it. Like remember when we got everyone on Shell Shock?
Oh yeah. that was just getting everyone together to just do shit.
And it was a game that was easy to play, and there were variations of and the game made itself interesting with how we played. Especially if you were in a hole, you're fucked. You're fucked. Immediately.
What we did was just shoot Waggy immediately. That's how we play the game.
Or whoever was in the hole got shot immediately. Or if you were good or had been playing really good and won a lot, you just get targeted immediately.
Yeah, Ethan.
What? That's how I lost majority of my games. But yeah, I mean, Shell Shock is one of those games where I feel like it is one of the perfect me games to play because it relies on at least some sort of coordination on idea and thought into how you're going to shoot.
And trigonometry.
Trigonometry, that's right. The fucking trigonometry I kept saying to everyone. and then like with that as well, I could fall so easily behind everyone. It like with my vanishing act of like if I'm playing a game, do people know I'm actually playing the game? That's how I want Uno.
You just nod people's fucking center of attention until you are.
I just nod until we okay. Hi. Hello.
Jack liked and retweeted my reply to your tweet. And then he quote retweeted it. So I'm retweeting and liking that quote retweet. Internet.
Internet is funny. You go bang bang and
I'm gonna quote retweet his quote retweet. Calibri retweet. There we go. Internet.
DLC. It's
Dynamite.
something.
I'm very on the fence when
To deal.
very. There's a lot of different opinions.
I get shitty. I get shitty at times when it's like, I get shitty mostly at Pokemon DLCs.
Mm-hmm.
Because to me, it's always been like, Pokemon should be a complete game. There should not be a need for a DLC. An update? Yeah, sure, you can go ahead with an update. A DLC? Go fuck yourself. Of course, I bought the DLC, but I'll still be shitty about it.
Well, if you go fuck, you can speak about how much you hate it, like, but if you give them money, they're gonna do it.
Yeah, but like we had no other option. How else are we gonna get the fucking
And that's the
content
problem with
to
DLC,
continue
they
to
don't
play
give
the
you an
fucking
option.
game?
If they don't give you an option, that's what boycotting is. You don't give them money for their shitty acts.
But it's like, as well as like, I think it was weird for a Pokemon game to do it, because they've never really done it before. They've done events with like getting Pokemon
and then now
times.
that people have bought it, they'll do it again.
I don't know. They didn't do it for Legends Arceus.
Legends Arceus was like a what's the word? It was new for what Pokemon did. They didn't.
Yeah,
have
but they could have added.
Pokemon game like that.
Yeah, but the game
And
that
it
they did
wasn't
add
like
a
the
DLC
pair
was
game with the
also
two
kind of
different
new, and they still added a DLC to it. Insane. And then like, what's your idea of like, okay, yeah, if you're gonna have, they're just gonna remake the same game and then add more content with it. So obviously Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and what was it, the Mario 3D World, and then they just added like plus Bowser's Planet or some shit like that.
That doesn't change if you bought the game prior. That is a completely separate entity, which will probably get them more money in the long run. But it's no necessity unless you want to get into that.
The
So
extra
I'm not
content.
so sure how. Yeah.
As well as
not
having
really
like a game that, okay, you beat, but it's like, I don't have, in this new game, I haven't beaten it before. I have to actually play it again. No.
It's lazy, that's for fucking sure. But
I feel like if enough time has passed, then it's okay. But if it's more recent, it gets more
2 years
aggravating.
after release.
Yeah. Like, okay. Like, at least
It
with
works out if you don't buy a game for like 10 years and you wait till
Yeah.
they're like 90% off. But that's a small majority. Because once again, hype will make you
I
buy
mean,
it sooner.
like I said before,
Or pre-order a game, which you should never do.
like I said before, there are 2 Mario Party games. But these games are also very different in the way that you would play the games. Like, one is like, okay, Switch tried to do something new for the Switch, and it's like they got a lot of feedback and made a new game that is arguably very much better than the other Mario Party game, which is a very different thing than just having the same
it's a
game.
different game, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a very different game.
But then, where is the line then?
Yeah. Yeah, I think the line is up Caleb's ass.
Calibri.
Yeah, that's right. It's up his ass somewhere. We
Jack
don't
was
know
watching Super Wog while he retweeted that.
Where. Of course he is.
I realize.
Of course they are.
Did he go? Is he going or is he still coveted?
I think he still has the. No, does he? I'm not sure. I think Jack's there. It's for Gesh. It's Waggy. Can't.
Yeah, I got ideas.
You got ideas in the
I
pants?
got ideas. In my hands.
The Batman.
Where is it? All right.
This is going very well.
Hello, this is Caleb Brown.
Oh.
Unfortunately, I'm unable to get to your call, but I will get back to it later. Tennis Gaiju.
What do you say?
What?
Fuck you.
I can't believe he has one of those.
I don't have one.
I don't
I
have
should
one.
get one.
I don't want one.
Sucks to be him. Not saying hi in the stream. I assume you'll call back.
Hey, he didn't say hi, but he said keep it up, lads.
In the stream? In
the
Keep
chat,
up.
yeah.
Kappa. Keep it up, lads. I don't know when that happened.
Like the first 40 minutes or so. Alright. You know, let's spoil all of Dr. Stone for him.
Let's not. Fucking
What?
don't. I'm not even up to date.
What? You're not that far
Senku
behind.
dies. You already did that twice, didn't he?
Yeah, 3 times.
3.
Are we counting 3? I mean, there was the
What we
first time
count
he
as now.
became stone as well. I'm counting as the 3rd.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah. When everyone died.
Past 6 people.
Well, you just spoiled. He only dies 3 times. It's like, come on, Alex, come on.
I'm so sorry.
Anything you say about the series could really just be a spoiler, if you have the right mindset behind it. Also, how is your reading of Grand Blue going?
It's been stalled for like several months. I haven't touched this for a while. I'm waiting for like that mood to strike.
The mood.
I won't enjoy something if I don't want to like
What?
enjoy it and don't want it at that.
I would like you to describe your moods to me. When you get in the mood to read something, I would like you to describe them to like. I understand getting moods to watch something, and do things, but like I want to understand the way you feel about it. How's your mood?
I don't know. I have no idea.
What's the mood?
I'm suddenly like, you know what? I haven't experienced in a while. Or I need in my life at this moment. There is this something that maybe I'll watch. I know I got I went to a massive fucking desire to read or watch some adventure series because I watched one. I'm like, this is amazing. I need more of this. And
I
can't
tried
get
my
it.
best.
Yeah, and I couldn't find it at some point, but it's alright. The reason I started Monster, I just needed that. I felt like I'd been needing that for a while, and eventually I've read so many good things. I'm currently in a phase of I can't be fucked.
That's true.
Like paying attention. So currently I'm reading Kengan Ashura because I've already watched Baki. So I just want to watch big buff men fight each other, and it is fucking amazing. Just fucking men.
So what I was picturing when I posed that question to you was the movie.
What movie?
The Grand Blue Dreaming movie. The particular scenes of that. That's what I picture when I think of the mood. For Grand
It will come back. I am by no means dropping Grand Blue. That is just not happening.
No.
I know I'll enjoy
great
things more
mature
if I
series.
if I want to experience that thing, I will enjoy it way more.
Fair enough.
And admittedly, hype does also affect that, which is why, like, you know, like last year, it'd be like, would you like to watch Doctor Strange right now? No, not really. Would you like to rewatch Doctor Strange in a year? Maybe not. And then of course hype happened, and I'm like, yeah, I can't wait to watch more Doctor Strange.
I don't think I fall too deeply into public hype for things.
I try to avoid it as best I can.
Like
time-based things, I think to myself sometimes, like, I'm halfway through Berserk, right?
honestly, me going to watch the Batman film was not even like, okay, all the people hype. I could not give a fucking shit. It was more the fact that I have not gone to see a movie in cinema in years. That was the reason I went to go see. Well, not in years. Like you and I went to go watch The King's Man, but it's also like
in the journey,
I
yeah.
want to do this thing more in my life. I want to have this experience more. It's the same reason I'm playing a lot more different, unique games that I would never think to play, to expand my horizons or to do things more that I'm just taking me out of my comfort zone, that I'm really trying to get into doing other things. That's my state right now.
That is why I tried to get into Gris and Celeste early this year.
Yeah.
Trying to expand what I'm familiar with. I did something just recently that was like horror based, which is I forgot what it was. Fuck.
You know, now I think about
Oh yeah, right. It's fucking Junji Ito. I got into Junji Ito recently.
Oh yeah.
Forgot about that.
How was it? How's it been? We can talk about John Ito. How's it
Oh,
been?
it's alright.
It's
I don't know. Maybe he's good.
Oh,
Conceptually, they're very scary, but it's
what
not.
were you thinking of Junji Ito before you actually picked up and read his work?
I don't know. I had no clue.
Like, you knew I liked it a lot.
I had one like opinion once that said he was shit at endings, but he was still like the master of horror. And I'm like, okay, cool. We'll see what happens, and that remains true in my opinion.
Fair enough.
He had some good ones, but he definitely. It is what I expected of that conceptual horror. That's something completely ridiculous and chilling. These concepts. That's what I was expecting would happen, and it is what did occur. Not, and it's difficult with manga to do like jumps, so I wasn't expecting that much. So I guess that's why I could handle it a bit better, because it wasn't that. But initially I thought I didn't like conceptual horror, like the idea of fucking petrifying things. But I got through Junji Ito just fine.
I mean,
Some of his stories were great.
I mean, it's the same idea of like having something that's more emotional based in its story or concept. Like you and your fucking depressive characters are in that same kind of mindset of the work that Junji Ito does, is portraying thoughts or ideas to an audience in a unique way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right, in Uzumaki. Spoilers for Uzumaki. I think so some of them were interesting but not particularly scary. The ones, to me, the scariest part, or like the most chilling part of it, was not the lighthouse that would light you on fire, or the pots which would have souls in them. It was the snails, the people that would turn into snails, right?
Yeah.
And the initial chapter with the snail in it, it ended with a joke, right? The fucking teacher walked into class as a snail, and like, oh okay, a teacher snail ended. I found it very humorous, right? But it's the payoff of that concept that I think really sells what's scary about them, because eventually this town gets corrupted by the spiral, and if you don't move through the spiral, if you're too slow, you will be cursed to be slow, to become this nothingness, and then you'll be used to sustain the other people around you. That's how desperate and dangerous the situation is, and how corrupting the spiral is. The payoff of the snails being, if you don't move, you will be eaten, and you'll be slowed to fucking death. It's just, that was chilling. Probably my favorite part of Uzumaki was the use of, in those last few chapters. As much as I said he wasn't very good at ending,
Yeah.
the way he took all these concepts he established prior and created a truly chilling environment that these characters had to live in, where time, space, and everything, and the idea of living what is real isn't completely thrown out the window, and all these characters are and then even they get eaten by the spiral at some point. It was mint. Really good job there.
Yeah.
That build up was definitely what sold Uzumaki for me.
I mean, like, you came to me and asked me, like, which ones are good?
Yeah,
Which is such a...
it was because what caught me into it was because I moved here, right? It was only a QBD, and they were doing a Viz sale. Buy one get one half price, and I'm like, $40 books to the Junji Ito ones, so I'll get better value if I buy one half price. So I asked you, what are the best ones, so I can give one to Nate, and then what one do you not have, and I'll give one to you. So that was Uzumaki and Smashed. I read them first before giving them, and they were pretty good. Not good enough for me to keep. Junji Ito is still not something I'm particularly invested in.
Yeah, that's fair.
Very good, but not particularly for me. I'll see what else I'll get into as time goes on. Yeah. There's one, like, Remino, was it? It's about, like, some fucking death planet. That one's vaguely caught my interest.
Yes.
Simply because a YouTuber I like talked about it.
Yes. Yeah, well, it's a thing. It's one of his newer works.
It's got a, apparently it's got a dog shit twist, but, you know, I'm still interested.
You know,
that's what I've heard. I'm not criticizing.
I know. I think a story's interesting when it delivers in terms of concepts or ideas in a very interesting and unique way. And
I think if it's an impactful way, if it sticks with you.
Yeah, and one way I was thinking about this was more in line with more stories that are have longevity. So bigger, more stories with actual characters and that are here to stay, such as Vinland Saga.
Oh, beautiful.
Fucking farmland. And one thing I just like...
I've almost bought farmland because I bought a couple books. You were there.
Yeah, no, I was there. Didn't you buy all farmland? No.
I've got one volume left.
Doesn't farmland end at 6?
Let me double check. It barely starts at 4, doesn't it?
Yeah, it ends at 6 or 7. Oh, it's 7. Yeah, right.
Yeah, 7.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I forgot. Like, oh yeah, I have all the farmland, and I stopped there because for obvious reasons, like I could buy the next arc, but I'll buy it when I'm in the mood again to.
The next arc has fucking Sigurd in it, so I want it.
Honestly, I'm more interested in having the current arc, which of course wouldn't be out yet.
Of course not.
Because the current arc has the fucking best chapter in it.
The best fucking chapter in the series.
Mm.
Oh, mint.
Fucking Finland. Finland's just one of those series where it's like, it doesn't have a lot of characters, but it has a lot of ideas and thoughts that are really nice, and just has a good story overall. Especially having a character that grows in the story in particular ways. Just nice.
I love the evolution of Thorfinn after the prologue, because he was just not very interesting at the start, but now he's...
Yeah.
Look, it's difficult to beat Thor's for me, but otherwise my favourite character. But then of course Hild as well, and of course Thorkel, and Askeladd, and Bra. You can't...
Canute!
And Canute!
My boy Canute!
Yeah, that one's good too. And Bug Eyes, love Bug Eyes. I love Bug Eyes' origins too. I was looking for a young blonde orphan and I came across bought him anyway. He's here now, I guess.
And he's a mainstay in the series as well. It's like fucking Bug Eyes.
Love Bug Eyes, bro.
Oh, a bloody
spoiler alert for Vinland Saga.
Bloody Thorkel's daughter.
Spoiler alert for Vinland Saga.
Yeah.
Did you spoil shit in the stream? Fucking Nate's not finished the Vinland Saga anime yet.
Fuck you.
This is why no one watches our streams.
What's the problem?
Problem is just a very difficult audience we're currently appealing to now.
Viking fans. People who have read up to date in Vinland Saga.
we're an hour and a half into the stream, and now we just say this is Finland Saga stream. That's our
Finland.
target audiences.
That's right. We started off talking about games and shit and spoilers or whatever, and now we're in Vinland Saga.
Finland Saga is so good, bro.
It really is. It really is. I highly recommend. To read the manga. The anime's there.
Anime's pretty good.
Anime's good for an anime. It just doesn't have a lot of it.
I don't know what. Well, yeah, it has a prologue, but
Yeah.
season 2, Farmland's going to be adapted. My only issue with the anime is this one thing that I cannot, for the fucking life of me, describe.
Is it me?
I don't know what it is,
It's me, isn't it?
but when I watch the anime, I have this nagging feeling in my head. I didn't read the manga when I watched the anime, but I had this nagging feeling in my head. This would be better as a manga. And I don't know why. There was something.
Yes.
There's something about the anime. It's
Yes.
a fantastic anime. It does everything right, but there's some vibe, some
Anything
feeling
I
that just
feel.
doesn't match.
Anything I feel now that's just my general mood, where it's like, okay,
But it's like the only anime that's made me feel that way.
yeah, I
And
don't.
I'm sure if I rewatch it now, I'll still be like, yeah, this is fantastic anime for
But-
a fantastic series.
But
But you know, like,
I mean,
I guess that's how I feel about Jujutsu Kaisen.
I mean, with Fist of the North Star, like I bought the first 2 books of Fist of the North Star recently, and like I'm reading this, and like in my head I'm just going, this is so much better as a manga. Mostly because if anyone knew me when I was reading Fist of the North Star, you would know one crucial fact: the side character, I fucking hated his guts. in the anime, he was so fucking annoying. In the manga, he's fine. I like him more in the manga. But in the anime, I want to shoot someone. I did not like him at all. But yeah. But another thing with the manga as well is like, I see so much more in the manga, the way the author was thinking, feeling as he was drawing each panel, and also the inspiration of him to Araki's first parts of JoJo's is very evident and clear. That's another thing that I thought was very interesting, is that style is very much the same as the way Araki developed, and this is where Araki started from to where Araki is now being the fucking god he is, memeing on all of us of, where's part 9?
Is the first break he's pretty much ever taken.
That's true. He's taken
So
a couple
what is
breaks,
that?
but it's like, yeah, I mean, go for it. Take a break, but still, tell us a little bit about when part 9's gonna happen.
Just when, please. I say that I've not read part 8.
Read it.
Well, read it together.
Oh yeah, we will. Fuck.
That's why I'm not.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Plus, the JoJo's mood hasn't returned yet.
The JoJo's mood. What do you mean? You're watching Baki. How is it? How's it? You're reading
I'm not
Baki. How
watching
is it not
No,
returned?
I'm reading King and Ashura because I've
Oh,
watched
sorry,
Baki.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Those two always get fucked with me because they're essentially the same shit.
They're pretty much fucking like me.
Ugh.
I didn't know there was a sequel manga to King and Ashura. One reason I started with Baki, aside from having watched the Baki anime, so I didn't really want to rehash.
Yeah.
Was it was a finished manga, so I can just get in, finish it, be all good. Now there's a sequel, and it's just as long, so fuck. Doesn't mean I have to read it. It's just there it is. And so I've been meaning to try and watch the anime of the manga I've been reading recently. I want to try watch Grand Blue, rewatch Dorohedoro, rewatch Master of the Lion, etc., etc. On a whim, I watched the first episode of King and Ashura on Netflix.
Mhm. How was it?
It was dog shit.
Yeah, I know.
It was.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not even talking as a manga reader. I'm just
you want
talking
to
as
watch the
as
first
just a viewer.
episode of Record of Ragnarok?
It was better than fucking King and Ashura.
I don't know.
No, what? King and Ashura's fucking. Rewatch King and Ashura's first episode. Fucking dog shit. I don't know how it's getting a third season.
It's getting. Oh, fuck's sake.
No,
Ugh.
it's. I love the story. I think it deserves it. Just the anime is the worst fucking thing.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Like, I'm not dissing the story. I'm dissing the adaptation.
Yeah.
To be clear.
Not that the story has a lot of merit. It is once
I mean,
men
yeah.
fighting each other.
I mean, even Barky, it's like, well, there's not a lot of merit to Barky. It's just men fighting, and
The
can be
merit to
overly
Barking
ridiculous.
is the author has a great care for the human anatomy,
That's
and the way he draws figures somehow still works within what a human anatomy is. It's not realistic, but it works. King Ashra, I don't know.
You have the big man Biscuit, and you shoot him, and nah, you're not. The bullets aren't going through. Anatomy.
So good. Yeah, both of those are great. Fucking JoJo's as well.
What?
So good.
And JoJo's is so good.
What is this?
I don't know. Even JoJo's feels weird now that they're like, okay, that they've done a little bit of part 6. When's the second half gonna come out? Why they split it? What's happening? What?
Didn't it already come with the second part? Oh no, no.
No.
There's more parts. Fuck it. Netflix. There is like, I want to keep denying hype, but there's this JoJo Fridays, the new episode of JoJo every fucking week was such a massive event for the anime, which Netflix just absolutely fucking.
Yeah.
I know. I haven't even watched part 6 yet. I'll binge it when it's over.
I have for obvious reasons. Fucking Jolene.
It's really good. Really good. But I don't want to watch it up to date. But Steel Ball Run, I'll be watching that religiously.
I mean, religiously, you say?
What do you mean? The villain of part 6 is a priest.
Yeah,
That should be the religious joke.
Yeah, but the villain of part 7 is the president of the United States.
Religion.
Yeah, but Deo means God.
Thing is, I don't really have it because I've read part A. I'm not currently interested in reading it. And I'm not in this JoJo's mood, but I'm so ready to reread Steel Ball Run. It's not even funny.
Steel Ball? That's because of who you're voicing in Steel Ball Run.
My boys.
Your boys.
Or girl. I don't even know.
Of course you're voicing Gyro.
Not Gyro. Thank you. I was wondering like... I'm voicing. Oh, JoJo.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I'm going serious JoJo Adventure. Steel Ball Run. Hop in! It's Gyro, yeah!
I think that one's still a work in progress because I haven't thought about it much, obviously.
We need to give more to what's his face.
Caleb.
Yeah, that's his name.
Yeah, exactly. I haven't thought about much.
He can have. He can have most of the villains.
Yeah, that's true. like
Sandman and shit. I want Sandman. Sandman's cool, but I like Hot Pants. Oh, Ringo! Ringo wrote again, man. What a man.
What a man. Am I a man? Or are you a man? Men. Those are things.
Menstrual cycles, I don't know. Imagine.
I'm just
Shout out to women.
Nah. We'll still be on
Okay.
men. What a series with a lot of good men. You know, it's a series with a lot of good men.
What?
Golden Kamuy.
Well, yeah, of course.
I mean, there are literally like 2 females in the series.
Isn't one of them one of the main characters?
Yes.
Who's the other one, I wonder? Can't be a love interest.
The other one is the love interest of your favourite character.
What? There is a love interest?
Of your favourite character, yes.
Ooh.
Which doesn't narrow down anything, because half of the cast is your favourite character.
All men.
No, they're all your type of men. Get it right.
That's the number one requirement. Very few people break the molds to get into different characters. If you're a man, you're already halfway there.
Jesus Christ.
I swear to God, that's not sexism. I swear.
It's not. It's very innocent and pure. Him just liking particular way men are. You know, it's a series with like, a lot of men and like a very men atmosphere, but also has a lot of females. No, but also has a lot of females. Grand Blue Dreaming.
Man.
I mean, it has men in it, but there's so many more female main cast members.
I don't care about the fucking female main cast members. Fucking Asa is great. She's pretty much a man, but like the rest of them.
Okay.
She's one of the boys. You cannot tell me otherwise.
I mean, she's one of the boys. She's definitely one of the boys. In the story, she kind of pegs the main character.
Spoiler alert for Grand Blue Dreaming.
What? This is a mature series for mature idiots.
Yes.
Just us.
Right.
Yeah.
Last year wasn't like the hardest thing for the 3x3 of like new things, but I'm currently overwhelmed.
You're sweating.
Like I've got too much. Like
Right,
literally,
Well,
Doctor
almost
Strange
halfway
doesn't
through
make
the
the
year.
cut. Doctor Strange currently doesn't make the cut.
Jesus Christ. And you're also going to have to think about it when it comes to everyone else. Because, like, okay, Thor Love and Thunder's coming out. Is someone going to have Love and Thunder on their list?
I'm already putting it on my list, but like the thing is, I know someone else will, and I know you've got the Batman on yours. But with it as my new number one film,
That's fine, yeah.
why would I not have it on mine?
Yeah.
But I need space. I need it. I need to talk about everything. There is enough from that trailer for me to talk my head off about Love and Thunder. I don't even need to watch the movie.
That's
We
not
can
fair.
do a
You have
Love
the
and
comic books that's referencing.
I already talked my head off about the comic book.
That's true.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't even know if Batman's going to come off my list.
Better not.
I think it's just the fact that I'm even planning to, on when the DVD comes out, to actually go out and buy the DVD is also something where it's like, okay, yeah, probably gonna stay in my 3x3. If it's something I'm actively looking out for, I'm probably really gonna stay in that 3x3. Especially because it's something I will be able to watch after being sick for a little bit.
I just want to talk about like all the things on my list. That needs to be my number one criteria. How much can I say about it? Because it's one thing for me to say The Princess Bride is a fantastic film, you should watch it, but I didn't have much to say about it.
That is
Still one of my favorite things of last year. I just didn't say much about it.
one thing that was also hard about last year is that we started streaming in November?
Something like that. I don't remember.
November or October we started streaming, so it would have been like really late into the year when we started to do this thing. And it's like, okay.
But I like this thing because it gives me more drive to look for more better things. But it also now leaves me with too much choice. Can we make it a 4x4?
No. I
Please.
refuse.
16.
You know,
Can we talk about 16 new things?
no.
Can I make mine a 4x4?
We'll go with this for now. Depends on how much everyone else has. Because if not, you're getting fucked.
You guys, Caleb will rewatch fucking Hunter x Hunter.
Exactly.
Bastard.
Caleb's the real downfall to this plan of yours, Alex. Because at least I could scrounge up, 16 things.
I want to talk about things. I like talking about things.
He wants to.
Man, I was pretty fucking ahead of myself putting in comic, theatre, comedy special, music artist for like possible things there. It's not happening.
Fun times, fun times. But will Splatoon 3 make the list?
This is not fair. It's just not fair.
I don't think Splatoon 3 is going to make my list.
Just because Caleb's boring.
I mean, yeah. He's gone back to watching The Simpsons.
Put The Simpsons on the...
Don't think that's how it works. All he has is, what, one thing on the list? And we both know he's going to watch Ben 10 over again twice at least throughout the rest of this year.
Watch new things.
One thing I know he will probably put on is Dr. Stone.
Did he do it last year?
Did he? I don't remember.
What is this? Let's look at completed. 9 new things. Yeah, he put it last year.
Okay. Last year.
Fuck.
And we'll have a Dr. Stone stream. It's like, okay. New things. Such an interesting topic.
My favorite topic. Because it's so versatile.
One thing I think that's hard is like, I don't know what to look for. Obviously, I'm starting to try and play and expand my game genre, like I said, but it's also like, it's hard to like, if you don't know, you don't know how good something might be. Or trying to find that interest in something new might be hard. For all we know, Alex, you're going to put Shrek the Musical on your list.
Might.
This man bought Shrek the Musical.
It was $5.
A part of a
It was
Shrek
a $30
box set.
pack. It was a $30 Shrek box set pack.
Didn't have like 8
I thought
things
it'd
in
be
it.
like 80, and it had 6 things in it.
Oh,
It
6
had
things.
all 4 Shrek movies. I thought it would just have the 4 Shrek. I'd be like, maybe this. $30 for all 4 Shrek movies? That's pretty good. I look on the back. All 4 Shrek movies. Puss in Boots and Shrek the Musical. Easiest purchase.
Oh, I had
of my
Puss
life.
in Boots in on it as well. Oh, that's right.
Yep.
Compare,
Not that I care for it, but like it's a lot, and like it's 30. Like it's easy.
what about the DVDs I bought?
What do you find it?
It wasn't. It was also $30, but there was also a 20% off discount.
Sorry. It was what?
Wasn't there a 20% off discount as well when we were there?
Yeah, for a bunch of things. Fucking, I didn't even know about that. I was like, wait, there's a 20% off? Where
The
is
signs
it?
were
And
everywhere.
she's
I even hit my head
she
on a
fucking
couple of
said,
them.
look up, and I look up. Biggest sign of my life.
What about the box sets I got?
I need Daredevil season 3. I got 1 and 2.
What about the box sets I got? I got Star Wars.
You got Star. Yeah, you know you own Star Wars.
Yeah. I'm now a nerd who has all of the canon Star Wars. We're clearly not counting the new movies.
What new ones?
What?
Only new
Rogue
Star Wars
One.
thing was
Rogue One. Yeah, I don't have Rogue One.
And the Mandalorian.
And Ahsoka and Obi-Wan.
Kenobi.
But I also...
Kenobi on my list. Caleb will have
Caleb will have it,
it.
yeah.
No
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
Kenobi.
But I also bought all of Avatar, The Last Airbender, on Blu-ray.
I bought 2 Christmases ago. I bought the entirety of Adventure Time, and I still haven't watched it.
The entirety of what, sorry?
Adventure Time.
Adventure Time. Oh yeah,
So
you
hopefully
did.
if
I remember that.
If I get through all of that, that can go on my. No, I don't need that much. I've already got too many shows. Like,
I mean,
Midnight
the things
is,
I
like,
bought, I
barely
can't really
making it,
put on my
'cause-
list, can I?
Peacemaker is easily the #1 show I've watched this year. Hard ranking of Kings. But even then, I don't know how much I could talk about ranking of Kings later this year.
You know, I watched one of the new anime recently, just because I knew everyone liked it, and I thought, okay, if something's
Was
popular,
it Dress Up Darling?
yeah,
I haven't seen it yet,
yeah.
but I know it's apparently very good.
I mean, I think it is just one of those shows that you suspect it is, but I think it's more the subject topic is a little bit more interesting in the fact that it is about cosplay, and it is about
I
like
thought the most interesting
man.
part was like the care the team gave about the show.
Yeah,
Like it's incredibly well put together for one of those shows.
yeah, and the other
Like,
big
if you-
thing's Spy Family, and I can't be fucked.
Spy Family's always been the
Yeah, it's exactly. So for me, it's like, okay, you're just hyping something that's already overhyped. Like, okay.
hype as shit.
Like,
But it's really, Spy Family is really good, very touching. There are some parts of it which I feel this series Spy Family definitely excels.
yeah.
Like
I think
it's
the
very
scene I've
interesting.
seen a lot on like social media is the dancing scene.
In the opening,
Yeah.
I find it
Or
There
just
is some-
just the memes. The memes.
waku.
Yep. That's exactly right.
Is what am I thinking of?
Your mum.
It's an interesting concept with Anya being a telepath, and she knows the secrets of the, and she obviously the big secret herself. But there's also, I think there's a lot of merit into the criticism that a lot of the Anya parts hold the series back for what it could be, which could be an incredibly interesting, spy thriller show or manga,
Yeah.
where Anya can hold it back. I see where they're coming from. I don't particularly, but I do agree that the series should better use these ideas. For example, there was a lot of there was a tennis match with Twilight and some. I'm not fond of that, but the boat arc was some of the best Spy Family content the manga has put out,
Yeah.
because it really emphasized the double lives that these people have, the shrinks, the lengths they go to cover it, and how their new life actually affects that. And see, I could talk about this in the stream. Oh, this is the stream.
Yeah.
And how the spoilers for Spy Family. And I'm glad we got to get more on Yor, because she's like the assassin, but we haven't seen her really get hired to kill anyone since her opening chapter. Right, but now we're actually getting that. We're getting what she's good at, and hiding that from Lloyd, and them also miraculously being there as well. And I think it was really a really well put together arc that really took the strengths of what the series had. I think that it let its popularity get ahead of it, because it realized how much money it was making, and then decided to make it last longer.
Yeah.
I like a series that ends on its own terms.
Chainsaw Man.
With its Chainsaw Man, fucking arguably most popular manga
Of that
last
time,
year.
yeah, it was one of the most popular manga.
It's not even done. It's still going.
But they did something smart with it, at least. It's like, okay, yeah. I mean, Doctor
Now they
Stone
moved to Jump
ended
Force.
on its own choice.
Yeah, when a series ends on its own terms and it doesn't overstay its welcome. There's a manga I read recently, 16 chapters, some of the best 16 chapters I've read. Takapi's Original Sin. Knew what kind of story it was, beginning to end, ended on its own terms. Beautiful. I love series like that.
Yeah.
That is a big flaw for Spy Family. It's not overstaying its welcome. It's very well.
Yeah.
It's just not. It's just decided, hey, this is working. Let's keep it up instead of let's make things
For
good.
me, I think one of the weirder things for me is the timing of when the series came out, and in conjunction where another similar series came out by the same kind of like themes, and that's Mission Yozakura Family,
Which is not popular in the slightest.
which is not popular in the slightest, but I enjoy it.
I mean, it's
I love
popular
it.
enough to not. I'm so surprised that it's actually alive.
I love
Because
it.
I know
very good.
nothing about it. I
Very
hear nothing outside of actually existing. It's getting translated into. It's got over 100 chapters.
Yeah.
The only other anomaly that I see with this is fucking Vigilantes. But it's
I'm
my
the
hero,
only one. I'm the only. And yeah, I was about to slide into Vigilantes because we need to talk about Vigilantes.
So, like, how is it alive? I'm sure it's good, but like, how is it
I think
at that quality, at that popularity, in Weekly Shonen Jump,
yeah, it's
where
weird.
Gravity Boys and Fans?
I think it's just popular in Japan. I don't think it's
couldn't-
popular outside of Japan.
Then where's the anime?
I don't know.
Chainsaw Man is gonna.
Like it doesn't even have a lot of like volumes printed for Mission Yozakura Family as well.
Look, is there English volumes?
I don't even think so.
I'm
If
blown
there
away
was,
with-
I'd probably buy them.
See, I gotta get to it.
Because it is generally a series that I've really been enjoying. It's just been able to survive, and like it has some of the best paneling in my opinion for when it does its fight scenes. But also has so many great, unique characters. I mean, you just go onto the thing, you see a guy wearing a buckle on his head with a crazy cat, and just a guy in a bin.
I might spend my some time next week catching up to all the Shonen Jump things I'm behind on. I'm not up to date on Sakuma.
Alright, yeah,
Funnily enough, not even on Mashal. Blue Box, definitely not. Need to get back on that. I'm just not really reading weekly much anymore. I've even dropped Jujutsu Kaisen because literally last chapter, the first 3 pages, I do not. You're supposed to be better than Hunter x Hunter, and then you go through 3 pages of here is technique. Spoilers for Jujutsu Kaisen. Here is my curse technique.
Yeah.
Bullshit. I'm not dropping it. That's an exaggeration.
But
I just
okay.
haven't read the last chapter. Just simply because it's just that was just a lot.
So a unique thing happened a couple days ago. Alex here, he messaged me on Twitter. It's something very different for him because he never messaged me on Twitter. Instagram, different story. We send each other random shit we send each other reels on Instagram all the time. But Vigilantes is ending, which is something that I didn't feel that was too like, okay, yeah. I just sort of like, oh yeah, the state of the way the manga was in, yeah, of course it's ending soon.
I'm like 2 chapters behind on it.
Yeah.
I might wait for the last chapter before I catch up actually. But yeah, I wanted to I could have just messaged you, but I thought forward you the post I found it, which is a very reliable source. And I'll just send that to you. And yeah, Vigilantes is
ending.
I'm hoping it'll do what Chainsman did, and with the release of its final chapter, announce an anime. Because, it's a My Hero product. Come on.
It's a My Hero product, but it is a better My Hero product than anything My Hero is.
Which seems to be a common consensus, not even just with us.
Yeah, that's a weird, strong consensus for anyone who's read Vigilantes. They all acknowledge how fucking fantastic Vigilantes is. Because it is. And the scary part is, I'm scared to see Koichi in My Hero if he does show up because of the way the last chapter ended.
Ooh.
Which the last chapter came out yesterday, I think.
Still will not read My Hero. I fucking dropped the anime too. Oopsie. And it stopped being interesting.
I feel like My Hero's just dropped so much in terms of the public's eyes.
Good.
Everyone's now on Demon Slayer.
Actually, people are moving on to Jujutsu Kaisen.
They are. They're touching on
yeah. Yeah, the movie is wildly popular.
It is?
Yeah.
My boy Yuta?
Yeah.
He did some good shit.
He did some good shit.
I don't know, I'm just happy that I'm up to date in the manga. I don't have to worry about shit like that anymore.
I still want to watch the movie. It's apparently really good. Of course, we know it's good, but
I want to see it animated, of course. And seeing Yuta animated as well is a very different thing.
It's got Shinji's voice actor. Shinji from Neon Genesis. They've got the same voice actor.
Okay.
If that changes your opinion on anything.
No.
I think
Depends on
I
how
really
it's done.
I really liked it because he's a great voice actor.
Didn't you tell me oh, you like Earthchild? Have you read anything past chapter 1?
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
It has 11 chapters.
I read 2 chapters.
It's the 12th chapter's coming out literally in a couple of hours.
I fucking forgot. I told you I'm not up to date on shit. I'm up to date on 3 things exclusively.
Yeah, but
and one of them went on hiatus, and one of them I couldn't read the last chapter of. It's just One Piece now. That's all I've got. I've just fucked up. Okay.
what about Black Clover?
It's on hiatus.
Oh yeah, it is. But at least you're up to date on it.
Of course it.
Okay.
Come on, like.
What about
Kaiju?
Kaiju?
Black Clover. Oh, I'm actually surprisingly up to date.
I mean, I don't feel like it's that hard to
I'm
get
4
stay
behind
up
on
to
Spy Family. No, like I'm 4 behind on Spy Family, 2 on Vigilantes, currently now 1 on Juju, like 3 on Mashal, 20 on Blue Box, 10 on Sakuma. I'm not doing good. I'm up to date on this random fucking manga called Gachiakuta though, so there's that. Oh, and Yomi no Sugai, but then that's a monthly one.
Kaiju would make a fantastic anime.
Oh yeah, just waiting patiently.
And you know people are gonna love Kaiju as well.
Oh yeah, they're just those series that just by their concept you know that they're gonna be a hit, like Spy Family.
Yeah. I don't know. There was a new one that came out last week, which was what Super Smartphone.
I'm so uninterested by the premise.
Yeah.
So, I haven't touched it, and I just don't care in it at all.
Yeah, it's weird, and I don't like it very much. I'll read the next chapter, and if I'm still not interested, I'm dropping it.
We need a Gravity Boys back. That's what I do.
How is PPP still alive?
I dropped it after a chapter.
Okay, good. I too dropped it after a chapter. It has 31 chapters.
How?
I've read one of those chapters.
I've actually read 2 chapters. I lied, but that second chapter was like definitely not. No thanks. First chapters that really knock you out of the park, aside from Earthchild, Red Hood's Hunters Guild, first chapter,
Banger.
Incredible. Dropped off tremendously after it, but the first chapter,
banger,
phenomenal.
I don't know. I didn't. I thought Earthchild was kind of like eh. It's more interesting now. I will say that it's a lot more interesting now because I just didn't know the direction that they were gonna take in the first chapter, and the vibe just feels like a lot of other weird fucking shit I've seen with romance and space. But I like the concept of no romance. The guy and his child.
Yeah, Earthchild's doing really well.
Yeah. Sakamoto Days, I think, has dropped off for me a little bit.
Sakamoto Days had that the first chapter was like and then the following ones was like, how's it gonna go? I'm still very engaged, except for the part where I haven't read the past 10 chapters, but I'm still very engaged. I personally think it's got a lot going for it.
Mashal didn't have the problem. Best first chapter.
Mashal's getting a bit. No, I think it had the best first chapter on the planet. My problem with Mashal is currently feeling a spot repetitive at the moment.
Yeah.
Thus, I haven't actually been keeping up to date.
I can understand that with Mashal.
And now there's this plot of he's actually been holding back this whole time. So now he's going through this retraining arc or something, which I'm not up to date on. And I'm not sure how I feel about that. But we'll see how the fruit it's in its final arc.
It's Mashal.
So it's not gonna overstay its welcome.
That's true.
But like, it's still very welcome. Yeah, I'm sure it'll do good.
Undead Unluck.
I still have all my faith.
I'm surprised Undead Unluck
is still alive.
When's that shit getting an anime?
Apparently it might. It's not doing the best in sales anymore.
Yeah, that's to be expected.
I saw that coming from a fucking mile away. They blew up Uluru, and I'm like, that's pretty cool. And then I dropped it.
Wow, how rude.
They were in Australia. I give them props for that. And conceptually, I really, really enjoy that book of reality or whatever. Like the consequence, the consequences. Like they failed a mission. Fucking alright. As a consequence, you get an alien invasion. Unfortunately, other planets don't exist. So we'll create the entire universe just to have retconned aliens to exist so they can invade your planet. And then they retconned, recreated the Cold War and the space race. And then those aliens blew up Uluru. and then they got destroyed.
Yeah.
That was awesome. And I dropped it. Look, no, conceptually it was phenomenal. I loved it. I loved every part of it. But no. It just wasn't any good. Like, there's a different, like,
I loved it.
Red
It
Hood.
wasn't any good.
Red Hood was fucking loved the concept. Rubbish.
Oh yeah. But that one at least you know it fell off as well.
Oh yeah. I didn't notice. I honestly didn't know it. I didn't. It had me entranced for a while before I realized it was not it.
I don't think it had me in trance at all. And then there are some series that you just know are instant flops. Like, what was that shit? Candy Flurry or whatever shit it was?
And if I started off pretty good.
It was too weird. I knew immediately that shit was gonna get fucked.
Too weird. You're a One Piece fan.
Wait, that has nothing to do with anything? I don't know what you're on about.
Fucking too weird. No, I don't know, it didn't deliver.
And then there was a
very well.
series like called A Gravity Boys. That shit was weird. Like,
Yeah, no, that fell off after page 1.
After page 1, I knew that shit was gonna fucking drop off the
Dog
map.
shit. Lasted a whole year? What? Ridiculous. Fuck you.
Don't worry, I have a shittier one that's like I still get pissed off about, and that's Phantom Seer.
I'm fucking so shitty about that. Fucking hell.
Like you should be lucky a Gravity Boys got a year. Phantom Seer
Lasted
did not.
50. Fucking. What happened?
I don't know.
What happened?
It was a lot more popular with outside of Japan. That's what fucking happened.
Bruh.
Phantom Seer was popular outside of Japan, and the audience outside of Japan doesn't decide what stays.
I hope they can come back, because I'm not even invested in the story, even though they're best fucking characters. But like the art definitely needs to, like, act age. Like, the writer was a cunt, but like the artist definitely needs to come back with more.
She's amazing.
Exactly.
Like I even fell into the story.
I wish them the best of luck. The
Yeah.
Phantom Seer group, because they were way better than Shonen Jump deserved. I think
Yeah, definitely.
they did Gojo character, and I liked them a lot, which was great. Bruh. Yeah, I might be even more pissy about Phantom Seer than A Gravity Boys, because it got that 50 chapter. It got its ending. Phantom Seer had so much going for it.
Yeah, and then it just dropped, and it really did not.
Seemingly no
It wasn't here for too long to actually be acknowledged.
to leave its mark.
Yeah.
Where A Gravity Boys definitely left its mark on me.
But if a trade-off had to be made, where it's like, okay, if that can't be existing, at least Dan Da Dan exists. I fucking love Dan Da Dan.
Still need to get back on it.
I love Dan Da Dan. See, Alex and I have this. I feel like there's just this thing because Dan Da Dan's author was the
Assistant of Fujimoto.
yeah, assistant to Fujimoto. Alex loves Chainsaw Man a whole lot more than me. I can fully admit that. But Dan Da Dan, it's the opposite.
I just haven't read it yet.
Yeah, but like you got shitty with
You
that
read it
being.
on a fucking whim.
I read it on a whim.
Fuck you.
I heard it won an award. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna read it.
Then again, there was a different change on manga that exceeded its sales that I then read on a whim after hearing about it, which was pretty good. The 16 chapter one.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
I think I got that. Otherwise, the YouTube video I watched lied to me.
Manga is a funny thing.
I'm actually thinking I might get off now.
Okay, that's fair. 2 hours.
2 hour stream, pretty good. I hope everyone enjoyed our spoilers for Spy Family and
Finland.
Grand Blue and Vinland Saga and
what else?
JoJo's and
Yeah, we didn't spoil anything for Kengan Ashura.
Men.
Men.
There's a black guy, right? He's so cool.
We spoiled. There's a female character in Golden Kamuy that falls in love with a man.
Oh, fucking Golden Kamuy spoilers.
Yeah.
Yep, big ones there. There were women in that series. Fucking blew me away. What?
I know more than one.
Bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you all. Thank you for the listening. This was lovely
What's it really?
talking about all the good things.
All
Yes,
the good
I think
things.
it was. All good things. But all good things must.
Well, yeah,
There's a fucking Deadpool comic I have called All Good. That's where my mind just went to.
Don't forget, we also talked about games.
In video games, spoilers for Animal Crossing New Horizons. Very late spoiler alert.
Maybe that's just how this whole episode ends. Just spoiler.
Spoiler alert: Paris is dead in Splatoon 3. It's the best game ever.
Spoiler alert. This stream's ending.